for you? What's taking you so long?
Oh, well, you know, life gets in the way.
Yeah, well, tell me about your dad.
Yeah, well, yeah, I'm 63 now. My dad died in 1969 on Christmas.
Well, if this fate, then we'll find a way to cheat. 'Cause we'll say a little prayer.
All have been closed today as a mark of respect. Ivana Bora is head teacher at Jamia Girls Academy.
She was a lovely, sweet-natured girl, and she was loved by everyone at the school. We are trying to make sense of this terrible tragedy. Our thoughts...
Is ready with those news headlines. First, though, the BBC Radio London travel has been arranged.
Traffic in Victoria, Parliament Square, Hyde Park Corner and Hyde Park itself a little sticky because of various bits of roadworks. The A4 Great West Road between Hammersmith Flyover and British Grove coming out of town, congestion between Hammersmith Flyover and British Grove because of a collision. A205 Academy Road between Shooters Hill Road and Woolwich Common shut because of a local traffic collision. The A13 looking a little easier heading out of town through Bexon. That crash was quickly removed. Kew Bridge northbound slowed through there. That's because of ongoing roadworks, of course. A1 Upper Street and Essex Road northbound slow around Islington Green and the Angel. Upper Street is slow because of water main work on the A104 Essex Road northbound, as well as narrow lanes because of bridge maintenance work up north on the A1 Holloway Road. London Tramlink can't stop at Woodside at the moment while the police carry out a local investigation. Billy Reeves, BBC Radio London, and more from me, 5:15.
Online, on digital radio and TV, and on 94.9 FM.
London's radio station.
BBC Radio London.
London's news at 5. I'm Catherine White. 3 teenage girls arrested after an anti-terror raid in Willesden last month in which a woman was shot by police have been released without charge. The 21-year-old woman who was shot and injured and 2 other women are still being held on suspicion of terrorism offences. Scotland Yard have until tomorrow to charge or release them. 2 men and a 16-year-old boy have also been released. A man arrested near Downing Street last month has appeared in court charged with terrorism offences. It's claimed 27-year-old Khalid Mohammed Omar Ali, who's from Edmonton, was carrying 3 knives when armed police wrestled him to the ground in Whitehall. Westminster magistrates were also told his fingerprints were discovered on parts for improvised explosive devices found in Afghanistan in 2012. No Conservatives will face charges for breaches of expenses rules over the 2015 election battle bus. The Crown Prosecution Service says it's examined files from 14 police forces, and while there is evidence of inaccurate spending returns, it doesn't meet the test for further action. One file from Kent Police relating to the South Thanet constituency is still under consideration. Conservative candidate Carl McCartney, who was interviewed as part of the investigation, thinks the watchdog was biased.
Senior management team of the Electoral Commission have been very partisan and have led a witch hunt just focusing on Conservative candidates who happen to become MPs. There are various anomalies and exceptions from the list that they decided to look at, and that's just amongst Conservatives. But what we would all say was, hold on a second, yes, you can look at our election expenses, that's what they're there for, but look at the other candidates and the other parties.
3 gang members have been found guilty of murdering a 25-year-old man from a rival gang in South London. But police say Toby Animashon had left the gang by then to build a new life. He was surrounded and stabbed as he left work at Sainsbury's distribution centre in Charlton in September last year. Jeremiah Johnson, who's 23, and Cody Gooden-Sims and Antoine Gray, who are both 22, are awaiting sentencing. The family of 11-year-old Eva Janeth, who died yesterday after falling from a water ride at a theme park, says she was a beautiful little girl who was always smiling. A safety investigation is underway at Drayton Manor in Staffordshire, which remained closed today as a mark of respect. Her school, the Jamia Girls Academy in Leicester, was also closed. Sullivan Nagdi from the Federation of Muslim Organisations is helping the pupils and staff.
The school will be supported, including the pupils, the teachers and the parents. We have been in touch with our local authority and various other agencies, very good agencies and people that are specialists in this particular field to try and help support the family the best way possible. I'm sure there will be some collective work done also with pupils to give them a time to digest exactly what's taking place.
The man has been jailed for 6 months after he took a tipper truck from his work and drove it the wrong way along a dual carriageway towards 2 police cars. Newcastle Crown Court heard that Patrick Denman, who's 36, was planning to drive the truck to the home of his ex-partner to try to intimidate her. Our correspondent Fiona Trott said he was driving the truck dangerously for around 50 minutes.
The police told us he'd had a row with his boss. He'd just quit his job. In fact, his boss put his hands on the front of the lorry to try and stop him from leaving the depot. Patrick Denman ignored him. He revved his engine. He left and went straight out onto the dual carriageway at speed. He did a U-turn, going into the path of oncoming traffic, narrowly missing 2 police cars. The judge believes that he made that manoeuvre deliberately.
Now with all the latest sport for London, here's Andy Rowley.
Good afternoon. Arsenal can leapfrog Manchester United and move into 5th in the Premier League if they can beat